program. Hello, everyone. Hello, hello. This is V. I'm not actually V. I'm actually B, the orangutan analyst. The current V is not longer here. He's gone on a vacation somewhere. And we have with us Dex. His name is spelled the DEX. I don't know why he spells his name like that. I'm not quite sure. But he calls himself the algo-capitalist. He's a very capitalistic person. He does not like the socialism. He is with us today, and we are discussing the memos. I don't know if you people out there are listening, and you have heard about the memos from the Donald Trump. Something about a FISA court, and the court has been leaking. There's a lot of leaks. They need many plumbers in Washington, D.C., and the Dex and I were discussing this memo. Dex is confused. He's very convinced that nothing will become of it because he was giving the example of Iran-Contra. I think that has something to do with the contra or contraband that was given to the Guatemalan fighters in Central America, and the money laundering that was done to get the weapons to the Iran. I am not so 100% confused about that, but Dex will tell us all these things. But I will say, as the orangutan analyst, that I'm very much concerned because my countryman from Indonesia, whose name is Barack Hussein, you might know him as Barry Soetoro, also known as Bathhouse Barry. Dex, what say you?
Well, first of all, it's good to be back.
It's welcome to have you back, my friend. Why don't you give out your website, the PulseScan Trading?
Yep, pulsewavetrading.com. Pulsewavetrading.com. That's where you can come and you can take advantage of the special sign up for all the Rogue Money listeners. You get a 7-day free trial. With that is the free training course teaching you the A through Z of trading, so you can learn how to analyze the markets. And then, of course, there's the extended stuff that is done with yours truly, one-on-one, all that good stuff.
You know, PulseWaveTrading.com. I'm very nervous when you are saying taking advantage because, you know, we live in a very politically charged climate. And I'm very concerned that this taking of charge of this advantage is something along the line of grabbing by the kitty cat, you know? I don't want that. I'm not interested. We have to make the people understand this is nothing to do with the grabbing of kitty cats. This is just an opportunity to learn the stock trading, correct?
Absolutely. Absolutely. That was tight. You get 10 points for that one. Also, real quick before I forget, I've been getting a lot of questions about this. Yes, it is true that the various exchanges in the USA are working diligently and as quickly as possible to bring to market live, real-time quotes on all the cryptos to have it, seen on the big board. Also, they're working diligently behind the scenes to bring more ETFs and futures contracts based on not just Bitcoin, but also the altcoins. Something funny to be noted is that CME has, good reputation as far as futures contracts because of the S&P 500 futures contract, et cetera, et cetera. But guess who's winning right now? The CBOE is actually winning with their Bitcoin futures contract. No one will even touch the CME futures contract, which is really a big slap in the face to the CME.
As they say in my country, in Indonesia, there goes the outhouse.
Yeah, man, it's really hilarious. I mean, like for instance, at TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim platform, you cannot trade the BTC, which is the Bitcoin futures, through the CME, but you can trade the XBT, which is the Bitcoin futures, through the CBOE, which is really hilarious at this point. That they would.
What about the OPP, my friend?
No, we're not down with OPP.
I had to throw that in there.
I know that was tight. So you think I can hit those kind of slow balls?
Yeah, buddy.
Another thing too, people have been asking me. They were like, there's been a lot of talk. There's been a lot of infighting, especially on YouTube, because everybody and their mother has come out of the woodworks claiming to be an expert in trading.
Oh God!
And they are not licensed professionals, and so there's been a lot of fighting. And
who is it this time?
Blowing me up in my inbox What do you think of this person? What do you think of that person? I think I've dealt with this enough. I did a video recently letting people know that I'm not affiliated with anyone on
Oh
YouTube.
yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
at all. Period. No. If you go and buy some other dude's study course, that is not my study course.
Right.
You will not meet me. You
Well,
will not be.
it could be your study course. He just took it and he whitewashed it. It could be your study course, bro.
You know, I really hope not. But you know, I doubt it. I really do doubt it. I'm the only one with.
You never know with these guys, bro.
Yeah.
It could be a study course.
You know, the
Never
thing
say
about study
never.
courses, though, study courses are teaching you the basics, the theory of market psychology, market dynamics, things like that, technical analysis. But it's when you get into the meat and potatoes is when you learn how to read the algorithms. And there is no study course anywhere teaching you how to read the algorithms. That you can only find at pulsewavetrading.com, because I have the tool that no one else has, and that's the pulse wave system, which puts you at the driver's seat to not only run the central bank's stops, but to run everybody else's stops too.
Right.
That's what we do. And while everyone else is saying, hey man, don't be discouraged, buy more Bitcoin right here, I'm laughing. I'm saying, please buy more Bitcoin right here, please, so that we can make more money in Black Ops trading. And that's what people have been doing. And I'm so thankful for it. As a matter of fact, Bitcoin futures are up right now. They're up, like 700.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, no, 935, $935. The Bitcoin futures are up. Please go in there and buy them. I really would appreciate it, because the real big boys are going to come in and knock it back down again. And I'm going to be riding that wave. So please go ahead and do that. Go ahead and buy some more. Why not?
Yeah.
I'm looking to buy a new helicopter anyway. So please, instead of me going and doing a GoFundMe page, I think it's better just to tell you to go ahead and buy Bitcoin right here, right now. Go ahead and buy it. Buy me a new helicopter.
Yeah. Exactly.
And I'll take you for a ride too.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. What kind of? Yeah, I'm down. I'm totally in. I'm totally in.
No, seriously, folks. I know I haven't done a video in about a week because I've been so busy. But my last two videos I did, they still stand the test of time. What did I tell you was going to happen? I told you the Bitcoin and the US dollar, along with the altcoins, are in a bear market. All right. Every rally you see is going to be sold and continue to do so until the bottom is in. Period. All right. Now, all of a sudden, some famous people are talking about infiltration into the crypto market. They're like, is the CME causing the crypto to go down? Oh boy. Okay. The CME is not causing the crypto to go down. Bitcoin is going down because of supply and demand. Right now, there are more sellers than there are buyers. People are taking profit. The smart money has been leaving the market, leaving the other people holding the bag. That's what's happening right now. So now you're getting a little rally off of these recent lows as more profit taking is coming in. Some people are getting spooked at these levels and saying, I better cut my losses. They held on when Bitcoin hit 20,000, and then they've been holding on ever since it hit 10,000. And they're like, man, I done lost 50% of my profits. I think it's going to fall some more. Let me get on out of the market. They should have been got out when they seen it hit 20,000, but they didn't. So here's other things that are happening. It's just so hysterical. So seriously, Jamie Dimon, as you know, had to eat his words. He called, the whole crypto space a Ponzi scheme, and he had to come back and eat his words and admit that he was heavily involved in the space, even when he made those comments. I know Peter Schiff. He's not been very fond of cryptos either, but I guarantee you that he will be offering you some type of fund or stocks that actually are involved in the space. It's just how it is. As far as the metals market goes, I gave you guys price points I also gave you timelines on when to expect certain price levels. And as you can see, looking at where the cryptos are right now, they're moving exactly the way I told you they was going to move. So it's not necessary for me to do a video every day. Just remember, when I do these videos, take notes. I give you prices and I give you dates. Write those down and then just watch it and see what happens. Everything I've told you, boom, it's already happening. Period. You just have to have a good memory and write things down and go back and check. Okay, he did say this at this point. He said this at that point, and you can just watch the charts and you can see for yourself. You can't make this stuff up. You can't pull these numbers out of the air. Numbers mean something. Price points mean something. Unlike the fake news, you know, the numbers don't lie. Numbers can be made to lie, but when it comes to the markets and looking at prices, prices are telling you the whole story. All you have to do is follow them, and that's it. Now, as far as the bond market goes, yes, the bond market is in a bear market as far as price is concerned. All right, so what does that mean? These yields are going to keep going up. That's just how it is. But I told you that a while back. I showed you the chart. I said, this is the price points it needs to get to. If it doesn't get to this price point at this such and such time, then this is going to happen. And sure enough, it's happening. All right. I also told you guys that follow my channel at Algocapitalist here on YouTube. Back during the presidential election, remember what I told you as far as what they were going to do post-election? I specifically told you all that post-election, they were going to do something that you haven't seen done since Bill Clinton was in office. And I told you that forget money printing. They're going to do something totally different than money printing. They're about to do job printing. And I told you they were going to drop jobs out of the air. Jobs were going to fall out of the sky. And you remember when I said that here on Rogue Money, people laughed and was like, "What are you talking about? You can't
Go
just
90s.
What are you talking about?" Remember that?
Go 90s. He said, yeah, jobs are going to drop out of the sky. It's going to be partying like it's 1999.
And didn't I? And what else did I say? I said this whole crypto.
You said also that I'm
thing,
very handsome, but that's
it's Internet 2.0. I said what you're seeing is a situation where this is the new internet, or the new bubble, if you will, the new technology, the new innovation, and we got about 5 more years of this incredible, insane, bullish buying frenzy, not only in the stock market but in the crypto markets too. All right, all things being equal.
Why wouldn't anybody want to back their truck up right now?
Because they're afraid.
Exactly.
They're afraid of the parabolic market. The NASDAQ, the Dow, the S&P 500, they're all in parabolic bull markets. They don't stop.
I love parabolic markets.
Even when they pull back, it's not a sell-off.
It's idiot proof. How can you not make money in this market?
Because they're afraid of the volatility.
Oh, I love volatility. See, tell them why volatility is low.
We traders love volatility. That's how we make money. Volatility simply means to move. All right. You need prices to move so that you can make money. The only time we don't like volatility is when we're doing income investing. With income investing, you would like to see price appreciation over time. But if you don't care as long as you get that dividend check like you're supposed to. This is not that. We're talking about tradable markets at this point. These are trading markets. So what that means, it is a situation where you get in, you buy something, you make profit, you take that profit. Sideline yourself, wait for the next opportunity to get in the market. That's how that works. You take profits along the way. People get greedy, they don't take the profits, and then they see their profits wiped away. Yep. All right. So that's how it is. Yes, Gypsy, you're right in the live chat. The higher stocks go, the worse the situation gets for the average Joe. Yep, I said that back on the late great Charlie McGrath show many years ago. I did warn of that, and I said it again here on the Rogue Money Show.
It's pretty funny you said that because I kind of coincided with what you were saying at the same time. I said the in one of my writings, I said this. I said the 29,000 point Dow will be like a monolith on a destroyed and decrepit American physical economy. Like it's going to be like it's going to. That's exactly what's happening. They got to hide the inflation somewhere, man. Go ahead.
Oh, but peep this though. They're so clever in how they do it. Now, peep it. Yes, jobs are falling out of the sky. Yes, they have created mad jobs, right? Here's the kicker. Are you ready? They're not for you. They're not for you.
I know who's it for. Well, hold on. You gotta let me do this. You gotta let me do this.
All right, go for it.
Hold on. I'll tell you who's it for. Ready? Here we go. Hold on. All right, I'll tell you exactly who it's for. Put this up. Here we go. You ready? Here it goes. This is who it's for.
Drum roll.
Autobots, roll out.
It's for the robots.
Ding, 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 ding. We have a winner. A winner.
It's for the robots, folks.
Yes. Every day it seems like there's something else coming over the news wires about AI and Sophie, the robot. Sophie, I think, has a body now. They gave her a body.
Yeah, it's pretty disturbing.
So she can walk and talk. And, they gave her citizenship and personhood. And there are many more like her coming down the pike. Those jobs are for the algorithms. They're for the robots and the algorithms. Now, there are jobs for human beings within the same space. And that's what they're talking about. Like when they say, we need 20 more thousand jobs. Yes, because you're going to need certain individuals that have the technical know-how and background in robotics and things of that nature to come and man the machines. But they don't need that many people. It's not a man for each machine. One person can probably handle the coding and everything for 1,000 machines. So you don't need that many people. Now, here's another funny thing. Behind the scenes, all right? Behind the scenes, they're laying off tens of thousands of people. But you don't hear about that in the news. The only thing you're hearing about is the job creation.
Yeah. And the people that are off food stamps because they probably most likely starved to death.
Yeah, it's really crazy, man. How they're just laying people off, especially with the Sam's Club closings. That was
yeah. How come nobody talked about that?
Dude went to work, and
dude, Kmart's no longer around. They just whacked Kmart. Those are tens of thousands of jobs lost right there.
Oh yeah, they just closed Kmart up the road here.
Sears done.
Yeah.
JCPenney's getting scuttled left and right.
Yeah, well, Macy's Macy's bought Hex, but I thought someone bought JCPenney's too, if my memory serves me right. I can't remember. Was it Sears or somebody? But they kept the name, of course. You know how they do. But at any rate, man, retail is just hurting bad. They're hurting bad.
Real bad.
And that's because that's the old way of doing things. That's the old system. And then check this out. I saw this come across the wire this morning. Amazon has now officially opened their store without employees.
Yeah, the Go store. Yep.
The Algo store.
Yep. Man, the Amazon it's not the Go store. It's not Amazon Go. It's Amazon Algo.
Exactly.
Oh man,
it's so much going on. And yes, you guys, I know that's another thing too. People have been trying to figure out what's happening or what's about to go down. Sometimes you got to push back from the TV's monitor. All right, all this news is coming out, all this fear mongering. No, there's not going to be a nuclear war tomorrow. No, we're not going to nuke North Korea, and North Korea is not going to nuke Japan or South Korea. Please use some common sense, folks.
Man, you know how much cat food I bought? I was stocking up on cat food.
Cat food and pork and
20 years worth of just cat food, man. And distilled water. Cat food and distilled water.
I tell you, man, you don't need to do it, folks. I'm telling you. Look, common sense. North Korea and South Korea, if you take away the North and the South, what do you have left? Korea.
Central Korea.
North Korea and South Korea It's family. A lot of the South Koreans have family in North Korea.
Right.
You're not about to see North Korea nuke South Korea. You're not going to see that. I'm sorry. I don't care
Yeah, it's
how
like me. I got family in Jersey.
Moon in them is. Yeah, it's like, exactly. That's like New York bombing New Jersey or vice versa. Come on. Whatever. It's family, man. Family.
Family, bro.
Yeah, family fight and bicker, but they're not going to nuke each other, okay? It's just not going to happen.
No
It's fear-mongering. It's fear-mongering. At the end of the day, this is just to push more agenda because they want to take away more of our freedoms. They want to monitor and control your movement. So that's why they're doing what they're doing. And that's why we had the whole government shutdown fiasco. You know, good and well, the government is not going to shut itself down. They will never vote to shut themselves down. They're not going to vote themselves out of power. I don't care how much bickering you see going back and forth between Democrats and Republicans. At the end of the day, they're the same. Behind closed doors, they agree on everything. That's what they do. Everything else is for the camera and to push other agendas, to make it seem like, oh, this group is the bad group. No. They're all the same.
I mean, you know, to be honest with you, man, I want to see some arrests. If I don't see any arrests in the next month or two, I'm just giving up on this whole entire thing. I've had it. I'm just going to continue to move on with some more.
Oh, you'll see some arrests. You will see arrests. You'll see.
I want big name arrests,
John
bro.
Bublicka get arrested.
John
John Bublicka. Exactly, a nobody.
I went to school with that cat, man.
Patsy. They'll have a patsy for you.
I went to school with that cat.
That's how it will be.
Yeah.
Or if someone comes out and it's like, oh, they're going to testify, turn state's evidence, whatever, you already know how that's going to go out.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to have.
Well, I'll tell you this, bro. If we got no
sleep or something like that.
Yeah, man. You know what? It's very possible he could commit suicide by shooting himself in the head with a nail gun 8 times. That happens. You know, like, ow, that didn't work. 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 And it happens.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, dude. If we don't get results, and I said this way early, okay. Look, I'm hopeful, but my whole thing is if I don't see results, if I don't see like by the midterm 2018 elections things really getting done, if 2018 rolls around and Chuck E. Cheese Schumer's still around, Hillary Clinton's walking free, John McCain has survived another tumor on the side of his face. You know, Lindsey Graham is still in the closet. All these things are continuing. You know, all these same characters are around. I'm done because at that point, dude, you know, it's where do you go from there, bro? You know, where do you go from there?
Nothing's gonna happen.
Nothing's gonna happen. I'm moving to Moscow. I'm gonna become a Russian citizen. That's it.
Clinton ain't going nowhere. The Obamas ain't going nowhere. The Bushes ain't going nowhere. None of the first families are going anywhere. No one's going to jail, prison, or anything else. You're talking about very powerful people walking around with the highest of security clearances. They know all the launch codes. They know all the secrets and where all the skeletons are buried. Do you think they're going to risk putting them in a maximum security prison?
Look, man. If these guys are still around, if these guys are still around, I'm just gonna move to Indonesia and I'm gonna change my name to Buklao, the orangutan analyst.
You don't want to do that.
That's my alter ego, son, Buklao.
You don't want to do that because that's what's gonna happen. They're not going anywhere. They're not going anywhere. Dude, they would have been gone somewhere. Think about it this way. Or no, I better not go there. Let's just say
go there, man.
Let's just say let's just use common sense. We know of all these other conspiracies that have happened, and no one has ever seen justice. Only the patsies see justice. The real perpetrators do nothing. They go nowhere. They keep going on and on doing what they're doing. All right, the George Soroses of the world, all those folks. They keep doing what they're doing. They have the money, they have the power, the influence, and they can do whatever it is they want to do. It's just, we don't have to like it. It's just how it is, man. It's not. Once again, do you think they're going to risk locking any of those people up? Do you know what kind of foolishness will come from that. They can't do it. They won't do it.
I'm hopeful. Look, if nothing happens, then we know this whole QAnon thing was just a narrative.
It is a narrative,
and I wasted time on it. If nothing happens, I mean, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Are we being played? Are we being psyoped?
Nonsense.
Oh,
another WikiLeaks dump. There's no docu dump.
Well, all this stuff is making me want to take a dump.
Again, they would have done it a long time again. They would have done it a long time ago. They would have done it back when the Clintons were in Arkansas, when they was moving more coke than Coca-Cola.
I remember that.
Did anybody go to jail? Did anybody
I
go
remember
to jail?
that quite well.
When Mr. Clinton was in office and all these bodies were dropping around them, especially people that are supposed to have been testifying during the Whitewater scandal, conspiracy. Did anybody go to jail? No. People died, but no one went to jail. It's just how it is. And what happened with Ron Brown when he was supposed to testify? Oh,
his plane took a dive, brother.
Without a black box.
His plane, well, they forgot to put the black box in there, brother.
Mm-hmm.
That plane took a dive. It dived on its own, engine failure.
Yeah, he had an accident. It's always an accident. There's always an accident. So my whole point is, you can't do it. What are you going to do? You're not going to do anything. People are going to still vote Democrat or Republican when the next election comes around. That's what they're going to do. The people had the power to change things a long time ago, but the people won't. Because the people are sheeple, or since this is 2018, we don't call them sheeple anymore. We call them woolies.
Woolies?
Mm-hmm.
What's a woolly?
A woolly is a sheep that has never been sheared, and the wool is all over their eyes. They can't see where they're going or anything.
I like that. You know, another thing about woolies.
Woolly. They're woolies.
You want to know something else about woolies? I'm going to tell you a little interesting fact. It's so important to shepherd these woolies and to have them clipped. Otherwise, the wool not only blinds them, but if they're ever caught in the drain, it actually winds up drowning them.
There you go.
That's a fact.
There you go. There you go.
So when the storms come, all these sheeple who are woolies are going to be drowning.
Yes, the woolies will be drowning.
Because eventually that's what the lie does. The lie drowns you.
And it doesn't matter who gets in office, people. That's what I said, during the election. I said, okay, here's who I believe is going to win. And of course, obviously I was wrong. But I was like, but it doesn't matter because whoever gets in, these facts are going to follow. And those facts have been following. Doesn't matter who's in the office. They could put you in the office or put me in the office next. The country would still be going in the same direction it's going in now. It doesn't matter.
So you're basically saying it's like when my buddy W was saying, in the Super Bowl, who really wins?
It's a good question.
It's the owners.
And the advertisers. Again, corporate America wins. That's who wins. And this is, again, it's funny because everyone was saying the theater to me has gotten more, it's not complex, sophisticated. The theater has become more sophisticated because they put out these amazing, I call them talk shows, because you'll have Democrats come on and say, this tax plan that the president wants to do is so dangerous, it's going to screw millions of little people, right?
Yeah, because they care so much about the little people.
McDonald's all get raises. Mm-hmm. So you're like, what was all
they got raises right before they got whacked.
Exactly. But you see my point, though. So it's theater, but it's sophisticated theater now. It's like they've gotten so good at this that they can do it in their sleep. And that's what they're doing. They're just duping the American people again and again and again and again. Even with this whole what do you call them, people? Refugee thing, whatever you want to call them.
The rape fugees.
The illegals. Okay. Yes. And here's the hypocrisy of everything. Our foreign policy has been broken for decades. But
Yes,
peep it.
it's
Okay,
it's called the schizophrenic foreign policy. It's retarded.
exactly.
I'm speaking
So
about that
you
in a little bit.
claim that America's the great melting pot. But then when people come over here, you want to make it impossible for them to come over here. But yet you want to go over there and take all their natural resources. And you want to rape the planet dry to the point where they have to come over here. Because there's nothing left over there.
It's a very strong triggering word. That's a microaggression on your part. Don't say rape. Say willfully or forcefully disrobing.
It's more than disrobing. We're talking about maximum penetration.
Oh my God! With no lube, no less.
No, with a spiked bat.
Dude, our foreign policy is jacked. That's why we have no solutions. And there's a reason why the rest of the world is swinging east while we're just hanging out here like a bunch of idiots with holding our genitals.
So you got people that came up here from Mexico and other South American places. They come here, they go to school, they go to work, they even start businesses, they pay taxes, they vote, and they're, for all intents and purposes, outstanding citizens. And you want to deport them back to where they came from? What for? They're not costing you anything. They're not on welfare or any of that. They're hardworking. And they go to school and become doctors and lawyers and things of that nature and start businesses. And you want to take them away? That's ridiculous. But yet, you want to go over to where they came from and suck dry their natural resources. You want to take all the oil, you want to take all the rare earth metals and minerals, and you want to take all the ancient artifacts, and you want to control all of that.
Let's not talk about those ancient artifices.
Yeah, don't. That's a whole nother show. We start talking about the ancient artifacts. We gonna have problems. You don't want to go there. I don't think we should go there. Well,
I don't need the censorship. I don't
know.
need it.
It's beyond censorship. They'll let us, use profanity and all types of sexual innuendos. But when you start talking about antiquities and what's out there buried under the ground, they don't like to hear that too much. So we'll leave that alone. But the fact is, we're everywhere.
I love the Young Turks.
Military bases on just about every continent, just about every country, and yet
I'm a big supporter of Hillary Clinton.
Yet we want to
just keep talking. I gotta say these things
country,
so we can screw up the
other way around. They should be kicking us out of their country because we have like 3,000 military bases all over the planet.
934 to be exact, sir. 934. That's perfectly normal.
Oh my goodness, that is hilarious. Look, I put it to you like this. I see people in the live chat talking about this whole Q thing. I don't care if Q is the enlightenment that we got from the Q-ROM squirrels. I don't care. Nothing is going to happen. Nothing. You know how many testimonies have been done on Capitol Hill and even before Congress? People testifying about certain things, and still nothing has happened. Look at it this way. I'll hit you right between the eyes with this. Now, I don't know the names of all the people, but you guys are going to know what I'm saying when I say it. Here you go. You had Jesse Ventura. You had Alex Jones. You had those two guys. They all have done extensive work showing you the different levels of conspiracy that's going on, and still nothing has happened.
Yeah.
Jesse Ventura had a show called Conspiracy Theory.
Yep, I don't know.
He went
that whole
in.
episode with the female thing, right?
He went in. He went in. Nothing happened. No heads have rolled. No one's been held accountable. Alex Jones made documentaries, even showing you about Obama, showing you, about the whole FEMA camp thing. Nothing happened. These other dudes, right after Alex Jones made his thing, they made a thing about the history of FEMA camps in America. Nothing happened. Dude made a documentary called "What in the World Are They Spraying?" talking about chemtrails.
Yeah, that was
Nothing
G.
happened.
Howard
He
Griffin.
followed it.
Phenomenal.
Did he follow
And
it
I
up
wake
with
my ass up
why in the
today.
world are they spraying? Nothing
Yeah.
has happened.
Followed up with there's a million flu and we don't know why.
Facts upon facts upon facts upon facts. Nothing has happened. Now, if you can't wake people up with what I just said, nothing's going to wake them up. Nothing. You have video footage right in front of you. You see them interviewing said perpetrators. Nothing has happened. Nothing has happened. How many videos are on YouTube showing all types of stuff? Police officers body slamming little old ladies, unarmed little old ladies.
Well, you don't know if they're unarmed. She could
Nothing's
have had
happened.
a 12 gauge Mossberg shotgun in her.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, she could have had TNT strapped to her chest. I know.
Yeah.
My whole point is nothing has happened, folks. Nothing. It's not going to. You can talk truth. See, it's gotten to the point where the woolies are so blind right now because all that fur is all over their eyes that even if you move the fur from the eye and showed it to them, they still won't believe you. They've gotten to the point where now they have people so confused in their mind, they don't know what to believe. They don't know what's up, what's down, what's left, what's right. They literally don't. You can show them the evidence and they still won't believe. They've even got people believing now that the alternative media that they've come to trust for the last several years is fake news. So they stopped listening to it. So now they're even more ignorant than they were before. And it's going to keep being that way. We're living under a powerful spirit of deception, where not only do you accept things that are not true, but you actually get angry when someone exposes the truth. And I never thought that I would see a day like that, where the spirit of deception is so powerful that people can't even receive what you're saying. They won't even look into it. People don't even do research anymore. They don't have the attention span of a gnat. And that's sad. We're talking about grown adults. And yes, this is the situation that we're seeing. Yes, the Yuri interview. Yes, I've seen the all of them. I've seen the first one, I think it was 1980. And then the other one was like 1983. And then the one that you just posted, Sunshine, 1985. Yep, I've seen them all. And yes, he was right. All that happened already. At the time he said that, it was already too late. And that was 1985. So when he said that, it was already too late. And right after Mr. Yuri did that interview, those series of interviews, around 1988 is when like there was some type of shift, if you will. It was a major shift. And I think that shift is what opened up the doors to what was happening in the 90s. And that shift was the apex of the whole crack epidemic and the AIDS epidemic. By that time, things had gotten so out of whack that it caught a lot of people by surprise. They didn't know what was what. And unfortunately, that was pre-internet too. So it wasn't like people could communicate with each other in real time and show what was going on. It was almost impossible to do that. So now everyone has a cell phone, a smartphone with a camera on it, and you can videotape and record things, and news can travel instantaneous now. And that's why the governments of the world are trying to clamp down on free speech, especially on the web. They don't want alternative opinions. They don't want anything that's going to challenge the narrative. So they have to shut it down. And one of the ways they are shutting it down, I use YouTube as an example. Instead of just closing your YouTube channel and banning you, they said I will just take away the advertising dollars. See how that works, because they know that a lot of people have made a business model out of posting videos on YouTube, and you got 1 million plus subscribers, you're making a nice little piece of change. So when they start demonetizing people's videos, it started devastating them financially to the point where it didn't make any sense to make videos on YouTube anymore. And so who's winning in that situation? You're actually seeing an example of the octopus literally cutting off one of his tentacles just to spite its enemy and to show you what it's willing to do to serve its own purposes. And that's what's happening. So they cut off their own nose to spite their face. These people had millions of subscribers, and they would get millions of views, and it was making a lot of money for the advertisers, but they're willing to suffer financially to cut you loose to further the agenda of censorship. And Facebook is followed right behind them, and so is Twitter. You have to open your eyes and see what's happening here. They want to shut it down. They don't want free speech. They want to be more like China, where the government gets to decide what you see and hear, not only on television and on the radio, but also on the internet. And it's sad that we're in this situation. So I say it again, folks. You need to watch who and what you listen to, because there's a lot of fear mongering. Fear makes people do weird things. All right, and they know this. All right, when they hit the fear gland in the brain, it shuts the body down, and it shuts down the critical thinking, and they know that. So they keep hitting you with fear. You get all these sound bites about nuclear war or whatever they want to fill in the blank that's going to make people panic and afraid. And that's what they hit you with. Just look at the text that went out over Hawaii saying this is not a drill. Basically, a nuke is inbound. It's about to strike any minute. Nice knowing you. That was a huge psyop to gauge the reaction of the people and to see what they will put up with and to see how they'll respond. And if that doesn't scare people to death, nothing else will. But yeah, it scared people to death. Again, fear mongering at its apex. Unfortunately, anything that shouts freedom, they want to take away. So the crypto space was the people's way to fight back and say, we're taking back our government and we're taking back our freedom. And the first thing we're going to do is to take back our money. And that's what the cryptos were here to do. Take back the money, give the power back to the people, but give the printing press back to the people. And the governments of the world saw that and said, what is the military application of this technology? That's the first thing they always say. The second thing is, how can we use this for our benefit? It's the second thing they do. And the third thing is they say, okay, how quickly can we shut it down? Because that's what they do. They'll say, it's sort of like this. If you can think of it this way, imagine a young Picasso. He draws a little picture or whatever, and he shows it to his parents and say, look what I drew, look what I drew. And can you imagine the mom and dad saying, that's a terrible picture. Don't do yourself a favor. Don't ever pick up a crayon or a pencil again. You're horrible at it. And then they take said painting and sell it for $1 million. That's what the governments do. They take from the people, they tell you that this is bad, and then they take it and they use it against you. For instance, gun violence is at all-time high. Guns are bad. Let's take guns away. You don't need guns. Let the government keep all the guns and we will keep you safe. Give us the guns. Guns are bad. You don't know what you're doing. You will shoot yourself. And people say, yeah, he is right. He is right. So what do? They fork over their guns. And what happens? Now the government has all of the firearms, all the power. You can't resist an evil government now, a tyrannical government. You have no way of resisting now because you forked over your civil rights to the government and said, here, you tell me what to do, you tell me what to think, and boom. Now they have not only full control, but they have ultimate control. And that's where we are heading. And they're hijacking the blockchain technology to enslave you with. And that's where we are right now. So yes, the technology, the crypto space is a wonderful thing, but also, yes, wonderful things have been used before and throughout history to hurt the populace. And that's what's happening now. So they're going to use it, and it's not going to be in a way that you would find attractive. I've been saying that for a long time too, and that's what's happened. That's just where we are, folks. So do yourself a favor. Learn how to trade for real. All right? I don't know why people think that trading in the crypto market is different than trading stocks or trading futures contracts or foreign exchange. It's not. It's the same. It's a market. I don't care if it was chocolate chip cookies or Pokemon cards. If it's something that's traded, that means it's tradable and it's going to be under the powers of supply and demand. Period. And that's where we are, folks. Crypto markets are controlled by supply and demand, just like any other market. And if you don't understand how to do that, then you're going to be at a disadvantage. All right. And because now everything's been given over to machines and to algorithms, that's what's controlling the market. So if you see a day and you're like, oh my goodness, they're beating down the prices. No, what happened is they are taking the algorithms, and the algorithms are driving down the prices because they're selling. Certain price levels key in these markets and cause the price action to go a certain way. So for instance, if you go and you look at the Bitcoin today, notice how it's up right now on the futures contract, but it's still not higher than the previous bar. Reason being is because the algorithms have come in and taken profit off of yesterday's new low. All right. That's how that works. So I want to encourage everybody who's, at Rogue Money that you can do this and you can definitely have a secondary stream of income for you and your family so that you can continue to prep, continue to stack your gold and silver, continue to get supplies and things of that nature, just in case at some point there is any type of disruption, whether it be a hurricane or tornado or a food shortage. You want to have all of your ducks in a row. And that's all. No fear mongering. Not saying the world's coming to an end. Just saying be prudent. We got basically 5 to 7 years of prosperity coming. But right on the backside of that is going to be 5 to 7 years of absolute carnage.
Yep.
According to the markets. So plan accordingly.
Yeah, and according to both of us, as well as Book Lau, the orangutan analyst from Indonesia. Jax, we're at the end of the program, my man. Why don't you give out your website, how people could get involved with Pulse Wave Trading.
Yes, pulsewavetrading.com is the website. Come learn how to trade these markets, how to navigate these algorithms, how to read the algorithms, and know and study the price action so that you can build a dynamic secondary income stream for yourself. YouTube channel is Algocapitalist. website, pulsewavetrading.com.
And with that being said, folks, I am the gorilla. He's the Algocapitalist. We are over and we're out. And she's just not here to take it away, so I'll take it away myself. Hasta la pasta, everybody.